Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. So in my last update about This Is Fate, Rishab also finally found proof against Sherlyn and Prithvi by himself, and he confronted Sherlyn about it, and Sherlyn still lied. And Rishab felt so heartbroken and he breaks his relationship with Sherlyn. Then Sherlyn tells Prithvi that there's nowhere to hide anymore because Rishab already found out about their secret affair. Let's continue from there. Rishab is constantly having drinks with Sanjay. Rishab explains that Sanjay says that he would forget about his worries, but he still remembers everything. Sanjay explains that Rishab has expensive walnuts, and this is why he did not forget even after drinking so much. And this means that Rishab's memory are filled with such hate that is really strong. Rishab says that his pain is indeed strong, but the problem is when he would go back to his house and open the door. His mother would open it and seeing his condition, she would ask about why did he drink, and she would then make him promise not to ever drink again. Sanjay apologized to Rishab. Rishab assures him that he doesn't have to apologize, mentioning that he loves his parents, so he will feel bad when they scold him. He even loves his brother Karan, and even they love him a lot. He explains that Karan will smell from a distance that he drank, and if he talks on the phone. Karan is able to recognize that Rishab is in some trouble. Rishab has another drink, saying that it is enough for him. Rishab says he got even more active with the drink, and he never forget anything. Rishab stands to leave. Sanjay asks if he can give him a driver, but Rishab says that he will teach the driver how to drive, and he leaves apologizing. Kritika rushed to Preeta asking if she sees Rishab because he is not in his room. Preeta thinks that she is really feeling sorry for Kritika because she would have her heart broken. Kritika once again asks the question. Then Preeta explains that Rishab went to the function. Kritika explains that something amazing happened because she opened her wardrobe and she saw all those gifts. She immediately knew at the moment that it was because of Rishab, because he is the best brother of the universe. Even Grandma said that it was because of Prithvi, but she knew that only Rishab can do something like this because Prithvi doesn't have the personality. Preeta says that she has something that she wants to tell Kritika. She then mentions how Karan wanted the water, and if she doesn't go, then he might get angry. Kritika leaves happily, asking Preeta to come after giving the water to her brother, as she knows that he gets angry easily. Preeta leaves after wiping off her tears. Rishab is driving the car in the night. He thinks of when Preeta revealed the truth about Sherlyn and Prithvi. Preeta did not even add the video, but he in anger hits the steering wheel, and then recalls when Sherlyn suggested that they should start a family, after which he found a earring in the pocket of Prithvi. Rishab is not able to see clearly, and he feels dizzy. He remembers how he felt really nice after Piu came to their house, and even expressed it to Karan. Rishab is not able to control the car, so he puts the brake. He hurriedly walks out looking if someone got hurt because of him. He wonders why he felt that someone got hurt. He wonders if he got really drunk, but he is relieved that no one got hurt. Rishab sits in front of the car and he receives a call, so he says that it is Karan, his brother, and Karan asks that where is Rishab. Rishab replies that even he doesn't know where he is. Karan asks if he drink. Rishab replies that Karan should not drink ever in his life because when the heart breaks, it's really hot, and this is why he never had anything to drink. Karan is not able to connect with Rishab's phone, and he feels worried, wondering why did Rishab drink, as it is his first time drinking. Karan once again calls Rishab, questioning that where is he, but Rishab replies that he doesn't know, but Karan should not be worried, as he is not high, and he would come by himself within 5 minutes. Karan says that he feels that something is wrong, so he would go to bring Rishab. Preeta also agrees to go with him. Rishab started driving and he reaches home. He knocks on the door calling Karan. The worker tries to help him, but Rishab insists that only Karan would help him. Karan helps Rishab to lie down on the sofa, and he tries to send the worker away, but Rishab calls him saying that he should prepare the guest room because he will sleep there. Karan asks that why did Rishab drink. Rishab apologizes, but he explains that they all said that he would forget everything, but he still remembers even after drinking 6 drinks. Karan asks that does he not know that it is against the law to drink and drive. Rishab requests Karan not to scold him, but Karan vows that he will scold Rishab a lot. Rishab stands up, explaining that he is his elder brother and he is actually fine. Karan is holding Rishab, who apologized to even Pritha before walking away with Karan. Pritha's eyes were filled with tears seeing Rishab's condition. Karan helps Rishab on the bed, and Rishab requests Karan to call him as soon as everyone arrives because he needs to talk with them. Karan forces Rishab onto the bed. Rishab questions that what is he doing, since he is the one who does such things. Karan takes off Rishab's shoes, forcing him to sleep. Karan even prepares his bed for him. Rishab asks Karan to also go and sleep along with Pritha. Karan says that he will tell him in the morning. Rishab questions that why is Karan once again scolding him. Karan turns off the light, leaving with Pritha. Karan, closing the door, turns to Pritha, saying that Rishab is tensed about something. Pritha mentions that Rishab is worried because of Sherlyn. Karan asks Pritha that what did Sherlyn do, but then he says that he knows that Sherlyn always does something wrong. Pritha explains that this time, Sherlyn did something much worse. They both hear something fell down in the room, so they rush there. Karan asks that why did Rishab sit up as he must sleep. Rishab replies that he was not able to, but now that Karan is with him, he is fine. Karan says that now he will sleep with Rishab. Rishab asks Karan, mentioning that Karan must never trust anyone with a closed eye, but explains that Pritha is out of this list. He can trust Pritha without any worry. Karan says that he will stay with Rishab, and Rishab happily moves away, apologizing to Pritha, and Pritha assures him that she never had any problem, so she leaves the room. Rishab asks Karan if they can go to London. He tries to explain that he once drove somewhere from Birmingham, but he forgot where he went. Karan asks him to also sleep now, since it is really late. In the morning, Rishab wakes up waking in the hall. He sits down on the bed and sits recalling of the time when he found the earring of Sherlyn in the blazer of Prithvi. Pritha is in the kitchen preparing the breakfast, and Sherlyn, in a state of tension, walks into the kitchen. Pritha sees Sherlyn walking in. Rishab, sitting on the sofa, says to himself that for how long would he bear this all? He holds his head and says that he cannot bear it anymore, so then he shouted, thinking that it is enough. Kritika is getting ready in the room, and Prithvi walks out after dressing, but before he can say anything, Rishab in anger calls Kritika to come out. Prithvi, seeing Kritika, leaves and thinks that it is the end of his time in the Luthra mansion. Pritha and Sherlyn are also in the kitchen, and Sherlyn hears Rishab's voice, and Pritha asks Sherlyn to go, since her end is calling her. Karina is with Mahesh in the room, and says that since it is the first birthday of Kritika after marriage, so she is thinking of gifting her something else. Mahesh asks Karina to gift anything that she wants to Kritika. Raki brings tea for Mahesh. He thanks her, explaining that he wants to buy a gift for Kritika. They all hear the voice of Rishab, so they get worried, wondering why is Rishab shouting, since he never speaks in such a high voice. Rishab is sitting, and the entire family comes there, asking that what does he want to say, since they are really worried. Rishab thanks Pritha, saying that she was the one who opened his eyes, otherwise he will still be in a lie. He goes to Kritika, explaining that he knows that what he is going to say to her might ruin her birthday, but she must be reassured that he always desires the best for her. Raki pulls Rishab, questioning that what is he trying to say. Rishab explains that they have been deceived by the one whom they all trusted so much, yet she was the one who wronged them all, while the other person they brought in by themselves. The entire family asks Rishab to speak it clearly, since they cannot understand what he is saying. Rishab is about to reveal the name of the person that he is talking about, but the police calls him from behind. Rishab, along with the entire family, turned, and the police explained how Rishab is going to be arrested for attempt to murder. Rishab is shocked. He questions that what is the inspector trying to imply. Karan says that they are mistaken, since his brother is not capable of doing anything. The inspector, getting mad, asks if Karan thinks that he came because of a misunderstanding, because is Rishab not the son of Mahesh, who lives in Juhu and is the owner of the business empire. Pritha explains that what her husband meant to say was that Rishab is not capable of murdering anyone. The inspector explains that the complaint filer mentioned that while he was coming back from work, he was hit by a vehicle, and just after some time, Rishab came to his house. Sherlyn thinks that this is the time to cast her chance. She explains that Rishab is innocent, since he was at the event and he never returned last night. Karan and Pritha also try to explain, but Sherlyn insists that Rishab is innocent. Prithvi thinks that Sherlyn has made the right choice, and she has cast the best thing to come in the good book of Rishab. The inspector replies that he is not just talking, but he has the proof because he himself saw the footage from where Rishab Luthra came out and sat at the corner. He then talked with someone on the phone, after which he once again came back to sit in the car. Mahesh explains that the police cannot blame Rishab because he is not that kind of a person. Grandma also asks them to leave, but Rishab asks about the person who got into the accident. The police is with the person at the hospital, and the person asks that why is the police not arresting Rishab Luthra because he is of an elite family, so they cannot take any action against him. The inspector wants Rishab to behave, and the complainant mentions that he is the witness, so they should arrest him. Raki asks Rishab if he knows the person. Rishab explains that he used to work in his office, but he fired him last year because he was a deceiver and he used to sell their confidential details to other companies. Rishab says that when they got suspicious, his accounts were seized, so they found tens of millions rupees, after which he called the manager to threaten him, who would not get mad hearing such things. The inspector explains that this is why Rishab tried to kill him, so they are now going to arrest Rishab. Samuel tries to defend Rishab, assuring them that his brother is not capable of doing anything of sort. Raki also asks the inspector to listen to what Rishab is trying to say, even when they believe Sandeep. Karan also asks the inspector to listen to what Rishab said, that Sandeep is a fraud, so how can they believe him? Rishab also requests the police to work on the details once again. The inspector asks Rishab to say it all in the court. Grandma also requests Mahesh to do something because he is such a big businessman. The police try to arrest Rishab, but Karan and Samuel both do not let them. Preetha stops Karan, and Karan asks that why is Preetha stopping him. Preetha says that they will talk with the lawyer and they will go to the court. The inspector says that they will not be able to go to the court since it will be closed for 2 days. Rishab asks for some time. He turns to her critical, asking that why is she crying. He apologized for ruining her birthday. Rishab even apologized to Karina. Karina replies that there is no need. Raki then asks Rishab, saying that it is all wrong because she knows that her son would never do anything of sort. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like this video, share it, and please subscribe to this channel for more updates. And I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.